Well, it's been a long time getting to this point. A lot of bumps and hurdles along the way, but hopefully I'm finally here. I finally get my hands on what I've been working towards for so long. I'll go in now in the jewelers and see how we go, see that everything's right, and then I'll have a ride home and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Yes! Finally! It's all done, it's all complete, and it's in my hand. Right, I'm going to enjoy a nice ride back home. Maybe stop off for a coffee along the way. It's such a beautiful day. I might give you a couple of looks at the ocean because I've come down that way today. And when we get back, I'll show you what's in the bag. Well, I've made it back home, and I guess you're all wondering what's in the bag. Well, let me tell you, it took a long journey to get to this point. Many of you might know, a while ago, while I was at metal detecting, I found 2009 quarter sovereign coin, and it got me thinking, what was I gonna do with it? Well, obviously people have sovereign rings, so I went looking to see if I could find a ring to fit a quarter sovereign coin. But on looking and searching and looking, they don't exist. They don't make them. They make them for half sovereign rings and full sovereign rings, but not for a quarter sovereign ring. So I began talking to a jeweler, Jewl-Co in London, and as the talks progressed, we managed to come together after I explained what I was really wanting. Now, a full sovereign or a gold sovereign ring is very expensive. Even a half sovereign gold ring is very expensive, and something that was completely out of my league. So what I did was I discussed with him ways of making the ring affordable and something that would be classic and something that would look really nice. He went away, came back with a design. We talked some more, and we changed a few things, and we ended up agreeing on a final product. This is when everything that I'd done during my metal detecting career came into play. I took all the coins that I'd collected over the years that I've been metal detecting, and we got them all cleaned up, and it was Gaza Boy. I went to the bank and cashed them in for me. So that in itself paid for the ring. So now I've found the quarter sovereign and I've paid for the ring out of the spare change that I've accumulated with metal detecting. So none of this has cost me anything. Now, when the ring arrived, I needed to get it assembled. Well, that was a hard part because a lot of jewelers didn't want to take the risk of making or assembling the ring in case of damaging the coin. I suppose they could say, I could turn around and say, you've damaged the coin, and maybe ask them for money or something, but that was never going to happen. Anyway, I got a jeweler in the end, and he assembled the ring for me, and that's the only outlay that I had to pay outside of metal detecting funds, which was about $100. So without further ado, let's have to do this one-handed. So now here it is. Let's see if we can get into the box. Now, bear with me. Here we go. Now, what I had done, now, to make the ring out of solid gold was going to cost me nearly $1,500. So I thought, how about we have the shank made out of silver and the bezel, the plate, made out of 9-carat gold for the coin, which is 22-carat gold, to sit in. So he went away and he designed the ring, but he came back and the ring didn't have any of that filigree work on it. It was just a solid blank. So we talked some more and we came up with this design. And he done that and put that onto the ring. This actually lessened the price because it lessened the weight of the silver. So there you go. That is the first ever quarter sovereign ring to be ever produced. And the guy was called Manny, who I worked alongside with, and he gave me the credit for being the co-creator of this ring. It is on eBay at the moment, but it's only just gone up, so what you're looking at here is the first in the world, and it's all been paid for by a little bit out of metal detecting money. Now the biggest thing is, does it fit my finger? Let's have a look. Hold on 1 second. And there you go, guys. That's how it sits on the finger. And that is my absolute crowning glory. Like I said, it took a long time of discussions and coming from overseas and then getting it all put together, but it's finally there. And I absolutely am over the moon. Beauty.